Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Marshall now, the return. Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A huge play that time for the Rams. 42 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now they'll toss to Gurley left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. On 1st and goal, Gurley. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it? Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a Temple program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
A nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From his end zone, Goff on 3rd and long, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it at the 42. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Time on Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
17, 2 for 66.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Obama. White 20.
On first down, gone. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
We're good. 11. We go, Sadat. White 20.
Out of the gun, Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
We go, Sadat. White 20. Jester.
To the air again. Goff. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
DC. Jester.
Again, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
3 down. We go, Sadat. 180. 5. Tiger.
Goff throwing again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Devon House. Oh, eluding the tackle. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And not much running room. Down to the 32. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Zoom.
Now it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll go down at the 28. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a handoff for Gurley. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Gurley again here on 1st down. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for gone. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Nick Perry in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Johnny Hekker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
158. Next one. Run. Run. Hey, 626.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. It's caught outright by Graham. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now Rodgers, and he finds Jimmy Graham. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer 1st down.
That's fine. Yeah. Get reset. Hey, easy. 319.
1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. All right. Hey, 88.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Yeah, Liz.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
319!
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
That's fine. Yeah.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 6 there on first. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
DC. Here goes son. 180. Cut.
Now a first down throw. Gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Rodgers. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Rodgers now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. The 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Throwing is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Rodgers now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think someone's going to get him the QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Hey, lift!
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Here we go, fellas, here we go. Everyone's got 4 down. Hey, 5. Check my 50. Mike is 50. Check my 50.
Out of the gun. Gone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
4 down, 4 down. 2 up. Dudes. We go, 76. Hey, 76.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
76, tell him. 76. Set.
Now Marshall. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, slow down. Slow down. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Yes, sir. 2 for 66. Yes, sir.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Start left here. Al, we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here we go. 58.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Liz.
To throw is Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And taken right at the 35. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. To throw on second down is gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll run with Marshall. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. The one running back is Gurley.
Starting left here.
He's going to get it running right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
14. Jester. Cut.
From the gun, here's Gone. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And it spins away. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This is Marshall. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 good yards here on the run, and now third down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Let's go, 12, let's go. Here we go, sit on. Like 20.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Again, they run with Gurley. Finding room to the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Super one, super one. Value one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Value one.
He'll get it up the middle. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Another carry now for Gurley. What a spin. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Rams add on to their lead. Important extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Aaron Rodgers so cool in these situations, but he's got to get his guys moving.
Yeah, they have to be able to have that urgency while still keeping their cool.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Over here.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Marshall. They find some open field here. Finding room inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Listen. Good. 180. Al, we go.
Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for L.A., the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans